We'll start with new drug, that is Aconite napellus. So this is the plant, Aconite napellus. This is a dried plant. Its roots. In introduction, its common name is monk's hood. Why monk's hood? Because its flowers looks like hood, which monks peoples are wearing. So it is called as monk's hood. Aconite or blue rocket, garden monk's hood, garden wolf's bane, helmet flower, monk's hood or poison aconite. These are common name of Aconite napellus. Its family is Ranunculaceae. Its habitat is, it grows in mountain districts all over the Europe. How it is prepared? Its mother tincture is prepared from entire plant except the roots. It's collected during flowering season. And it is proved by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann in 1805. So what actually Aconite plant is? It is an extremely powerful and potential toxic herb. It is herb. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is considered an effective stimulant for the spleen and kidneys and is a favorite treatment for malaise, general weakness, poor circulation, cancer and heart disease. So in crude form, in Chinese medicines, they are using Aconite plant for malaise, general weakness, poor circulation, cancer and for heart diseases. But when it is taken in crude form, it is very poisonous and it acts suddenly. So it's very poisonous. So due to homeopathic preparation by trituration, its poisonous effects are get lowered. And it is used very wonderful remedy for fever or any acute illness. So around the turn of 19th century, finally Ellingworth MD declared that Aconite has become greatest of the agents used by profession in control of fever. As fever is an acute condition and Aconite is also acute remedy, it acts best in the fever and in inflammatory states. Dr. Ellingworth also found that it could be extremely useful in relief of acute pains. So remember, Aconite is a acute remedy. The symptoms which comes acutely or suddenly. Means today I am alright, but after few hours I start sneezing or coughing or having fever, we can use Aconite. So it is mainly used in acute and sudden complaints. The poison is mainly in the root, although the other parts of the plant are also poisonous. The scientific name Aconite is derived from the word acontion. Acontion, its meaning is dart. Dart means भाला असतो ते आदिवासी लोक जे भाला यूज करतात. Dart or arrows. But arrows are used for dipping into its poison. म्हणजे पॉइझन मध्ये ते एरो किंवा भाला डीप करायचे आणि शिकारीसाठी यूज करायचे, प्राण्यांना मारण्यासाठी यूज करायचे. So its name is acontion and the specific name napellus. Napellus, the nap, the word nap means little turnip, that is कंदमूळ. कंदमूळ सारखं दिसतं म्हणून ते त्याला napellus म्हटले. ते म्हणून त्याचं सायंटिफिक नेम बनवलं त्यांनी Aconite napellus. So it is one of the deadliest and most rapidly acting poison. It is one of the Clark's ABC nurseries, Dr. Clark, who mainly study on clinical materia medica. So it is main remedy in Clark's nursery. That is ABC remedy. A for Aconite, B for belladonna, and C for chamomilla. Why he called it like that? Because aconite causes turmoil in circulation. Meaning of turmoil is confusion किंवा गोंधळ म्हणतो आपण ते, गोंधळ किंवा वादळ त्या टाइप मध्ये. So aconite mainly acts on circulation. So aconite causes turmoil in circulation. Belladonna causes turmoil in brain. Brain म्हणजे belladonna is main remedy used in meningitis or CNS affections. So it causes turmoil in brain. And chamomilla causes turmoil in temperament. Because chamomilla is very great anger remedy. Their anger is very violent. So it causes turmoil in temperament. Temperament is nature of the person. So it causes turmoil in temperament. So Dr. Clark called it as ABC nurseries. Then sphere of action. Mainly aconite acts on heart. On heart, its action is it stimulates the inhibitory center of vagus, and that vagus becomes exhausted and paralyzed, which results in reduced heart rate and which lessens the blood pressure. So in sudden rise of blood pressure, we can use aconite. Mainly if blood pressure is due to any fear or exertion, we can use aconite as a best remedy to reduce the blood pressure. In circulation, it acts on vasomotor system, vasomotor paralysis leading to arteriolar dilatation, which leads into tachycardia, palpitation, and cardiac arrest. So in case of MI, before MI, that patient is having tachycardia, palpitations, and due to fear, at that time we can give aconite plus arnica, as already told you how to use arnica. So aconite and arnica combination during myocardial infarction. On central nervous system, it first stimulates and later paralyzes the nerves of mainly pain, touch, and temperature. It stimulates central nervous system and then paralyzes the nerves of pain, touch, and temperature. If it is applied to the skin, the crude drug is applied to the skin, broken or unbroken, or to the mucous membrane, then it paralyzes the nerves of pain, touch, and temperature, so that sensation loss is there. So its result is initially there is numbness and tingling in the extremities, which is followed by long continued anesthetic action. So in cases of leprosy, we can use aconite. Temperature system. The temperature is mainly regulated by hypothalamus. So it acts on hypothalamus. Initially, temperature is depressed, which causes chilliness down the spine and sides. It after depression, later on, general constant heat, which causes high rise of temperature. Every time when fever comes, it follows stages: chill stage, fever stage, chill stage, heat stage, and sweat stage. So in chill stage, there is a vasoconstriction of the vessels, so that there is a chilliness. And when there is a high rise of temperature, it means even when the patient have chilliness, there is a shivering, and that shivering increases the muscle metabolism rate, which causes heat production. And due to that heat production, patient feels the high temperature. And after a regular high temperature, hypothalamus gets stimulated and it causes vasodilatation of vessels. And that vasodilatation leads to evaporation of temperature, evaporation of heat, which results in sweating. So this is the fever cycle: chill, heat, and sweat stage. So it also causes diaphoresis. Diaphoresis means perspiration. So there is a copious perspiration which lowers the body temperature. It acts on mucous membranes. on mucous membranes, it causes inflammation. If there is an inflammation of respiratory tract, it leads to influenza-like symptoms like cough and cold. And if it causes inflammation of GIT tract, gastrointestinal tract, it leads to dysentery. It also acts on serous membranes, which leads to adhesive inflammation, and it shows pleurisy, pericarditis, and peritonitis. Also, it acts on respiratory system. It causes depression of respiratory centers, which leads to respiration becomes slower and deeper. And also in respiratory system, it causes congestion and inflammation of the lung, which leads to pneumonia. In stomach, it causes congestion and inflammation of gastric mucosa, leads to vomiting and pain. Also in stomach, it causes neuralgia, which leads to pain in abdomen. It acts on tendons and fibrous tissues and causes rheumatoid inflammation. The word rheumatoid means joint complaints or bony pains. So rheumatoid inflammation, which leads to pain and swelling of joints. By acting on muscular system, it causes or increases the irritability of voluntary muscles, which leads to convulsion. So what is sphere of action of the Aconite remedy? It is very vast and very useful remedy in all sudden and acute complaints. So it acts on heart, circulation, central nervous system, temperature, that is hypothalamus, acts on mucous membranes, all respiratory, GIT, all mucous membranes, serous membranes, acts on respiratory system, acts on GIT system, tendons and fibrous tissue, and also on muscular system. So it is polycrest remedy. It acts on every system of the body, almost every system. Then constitution of Aconite people. How they looks. Physically, they are strong, robust people with rigid fiber. The word robust means strong peoples and rigid fibers, also with dark hairs and eyes, young persons, especially girls, with plethoric habit. What is meaning of plethoric? In initial days, the anemia is called as plethora, means for whitish look. Whitish look. So plethoric habit who leads to sedentary life. Sedentary life means the nowadays life that is difficult, wrong eating habit, or eating very spicy, oily, or using more mobiles and computers. So it is sedentary life. Also, these people are rosy, that is rose color discoloration, rosy, chubby, and plethoric babies. Also, persons who are easily affected by atmospheric changes. So what is constitution of Aconite people? They are strong, robust people with rigid fibers, having dark hair and eyes, young persons, especially girls, of full plethoric habit who lead to sedentary life. Rosy, chubby, and plethoric babies, persons who are easily affected by atmospheric changes, means from summer to rainy season, or from rainy season to winter season, the atmospheric changes, or sudden increase in heat, or sudden chill, cold temperature, it causes complaints of these people. Mentally, they are nervous, fearful, and having sanguine temperament. Sanguine means happy-go-lucky people, very happy, positive peoples. That is sanguine temperament. Thermally, Aconite seems to be warm-blooded patient. That is, they are hot patients. Diathesis is scrofulous diathesis. Scrofulous means mainly it acts on glands. Miasm, Sora is in the background. Sora is the main miasm. As it is acute remedy, its miasm is Sora. Then what are causation? Which things cause the complaint in aconite patient? First one is exposure to dry cold air, dry north or west winds. Means if there is a dry and cold air, the aconite patient suffers. Also, same complaints are seen in bryonia and hepatite. And also exposure to drafts of cold air while in perspiration. Means when patient is having perspiration or he is sweating, and at the same time if the draft of cold air comes, then patient suffers with complaints. Then bad effects of checked perspiration. Checked perspiration means suppressed perspiration. Means for example, some people have a tendency for profuse perspiration. For that, they use deodorants or perspiration suppression drugs. At that time, the perspiration gets suppressed and its bad effects are covered by aconite and also by bryonia. Also, causative factor is fear or excitement. Some people have complaints due to sudden excitement also or sudden joy also. So, effects from fear and excitement. Also, effects of fright, either immediate or remote. Remote means after long time. Means today I have today I have exposed to some fright or any fear. It will cause immediate complaint or after some weeks. So both are covered by aconite. But in opium, only remote effects of fright are covered. Also, it causes complaints due to heat of sun. So mainly in summer season, we can use aconite. Also, effects of injury or surgical operations. So these are causative factors or causative modalities. Exposure to dry cold air, exposure to draft of cold air while in perspiration, bad effects of checked perspiration from fear or excitement, effects of fright, either immediate or remote, heat of sun, and also from injury or surgical operations. Then what are keynotes of aconite? From initial I am telling that the aconite is a sudden remedy, sudden and acute remedy. So first keynote is sudden and violent. Acute, sudden and violent invasion calls for aconite. All the acute cases which occur suddenly and with great intensity, for example influenza, cholera, any fever, any acute inflammation, and even sudden blindness. See the deeper pathology also covered by aconite. If there is a sudden blindness, it is not progressive. Sudden blindness. If there is a sudden blindness, we can use aconite. Then second keynote is it is suited for congestive stage of inflammation before the localization takes place. There are some stages of inflammation. In that, it is used in congestive stage, which is before the localization of the part. Then third keynote is tension. Dr. Hughes has acutely remarked that condition to which aconite is homeopathic is one of the tension. So tension is the great keynote of aconite. There is an emotional and mental tension as shown in fright or fear, its consequences, anxiety and fear of death. So here we can see emotional and mental tension. So in any type of stress, we can give aconite. Also, tension of the systemic vessels, which have effects of chills, sciatic cholera, and also causes hemorrhages. So if there is a tension in systemic vessels, what it means, if during fever stages, it causes hypothalamus when it is stimulated, it causes vasoconstriction of the vessels. Vasoconstriction means its lumen gets narrowed. किंवा आपण जे म्हणतो रबर आपण खेचला तर त्याची लांबी वाढते पण त्याचा डायमीटर कमी होतो म्हणजे ते टेन्शन मध्ये येतं ते. सो when there is a vasoconstriction, it leads to chills. And also, when there is a tension in blood vessels or there is a strain in blood vessels, for example, small capillaries, it can cause hemorrhages. So there is a tension in systemic vessels. Also, it is useful in muscular tension as in tetanus. Tetanus means धनुर्वात. धनुर्वात मध्ये जसं मस्क्युलर स्पाझम होतो कंटिन्युअस ड्यू टू क्लॉस्ट्रिडियम टिटॅनी. So it causes muscular tension, useful in muscular tension in tetanus. म्हणजे धनुर्वाताच्या पेशंट मध्ये सुद्धा आपण aconite यूज करू शकतो. It can also causes tension of involuntary muscles as in heart spasm, so that it is used in myocardial infarction because it also covers tension of involuntary muscles. Also tension of semi-involuntary muscles like in respiration, which we can see in asthma. So semi-involuntary muscular apparatus of respiration seen in asthma, it is useful. Also tension of the special senses in heightened sensation or heightened sensitiveness of pain. I already told you it acts on nerves and it paralyzes the nerves. Sometimes it increases sensitivity of nerves, which will increase sensitiveness to pain or sensitiveness to any touch or temperature. Also, it leads to numbness in parts as if bound tightly. So patient feels that his legs or any limb or any part of the body is bound tightly, and also sensation of being tightly bound in the limbs and other parts. Hence, it is that aconite in its therapeutic action corresponds to effects of number of conditions which excites a state of tension, so that it is useful in acute tension. It may be mental or physical. Next keynote is fear. There are number of fears like fear of dark, fear of crowds, fear to cross the streets, fear of death during pregnancy. But the many number of remedies covers the fears. But the characteristic of aconite fear is that there is a fear of death in which they predicts the death day and hour. Means they predict the day and hour of his death. They are so anxious and fearful that even simple fever comes, they call all relatives and doctor and tell that I will be going to die on the specific time and specific hour of the day. So there is the intensity of fear. See the intensity that if simple fever comes, they call all relatives and tell them that I will be going to die on this specific time of the day. So there is a triad of fear of death. It is compared to arsenic and rust ox. In aconite, there is a fear of death during first stage of disease that I already told you. That is, for example, in fever, patient thinks that unless proper medicine is taken, he is going to die and therefore wants doctor to be called immediately. With the fear, they are having restlessness and anxiety. Arsenic album, there is also fear of death during the later stages of disease. Means aconite used in first stage and arsenic, it is fear of death during later stages of disease. For example, in cancer, in later stage, patient has fear of death, but he thinks that his disease is so fatal and incurable, there is no need to take medicine or there is no use for taking medicine. So hence, doctor is not to be called. But in arsenic also there is a restlessness and also prostration. Prostration means पूर्ण गळून गेल्यासारखं वाटतं, त्यांना थकल्यासारखं वाटतं. And also rust ox, there is continuous fear of being poisoned, a fear of death due to intensity of pain. So it is a Nash. Dr. Nash has given trials. Their book is present, Nash trials remedy. So it is Nash trial of fear of death, which are three: aconite, arsenic album, and rust ox. Next keynote is fright. There may be threatened abortion from fright or anger, amenorrhea after fright, or vertigo after fright. Also, there is a mental anxiety, worry, fear of company, the most trivial element. Also, it is used in restlessness, which is anxious restlessness. That is restlessness accompanied by anxiety, fear. Does everything in great haste. Must change position often. Means त्यांना इतका रेसलेसनेस असतो, त्याच्यासोबत फिअर पण असतो, भीती असते, त्याच्यामध्ये प्रत्येक गोष्ट घाईघाईत करतात. आणि इव्हन जरी ते झोपलेले असतील तरी प्रत्येक वेळेस जागा चेंज करत राहणार किंवा एका कानीवरून दुसऱ्या कानीवर कंटिन्युअस साईड चेंज करत राहणार. सो देयर इज अ रेसलेसनेस, मेंटल एज वेल एज फिजिकल रेसलेसनेस. During fever, intense nervous restlessness with tossing about in agony. Means they are having nervous restlessness, they feel nervous and continuously moving, but they didn't get relief. Then Nash also given trial of restlessness. Same remedies are covered: aconite, arsenic, and rust ox. But aconite is mentally as well as physically restless. As he is full of energy and vigor, he moves from one place to another place frequently. But in arsenic album, they are mentally restless but physically prostrated. थकलेले असतात. arsenic usually हॉर्स सोबत कंपेअर करतात, पण हॉर्स सुद्धा एकदा पळाल्यानंतर थोड्या वेळाने थकतो आणि एकदा थकला की त्याला हलायला आवडत नाही. तो they are mentally restless but physically prostrated. नेहमी थकलेले असतात but mentally restless असतात, कंटिन्युअस थॉट्स चालू असतात त्यांचे. rust ox, they are very restless, cannot remain in bed, must change position often to obtain relief from pain. Rust ox restlessness is due to pain. So here only physical restlessness. Means there is a triad of restlessness which include aconite, arsenic album, and rust ox. Aconite includes mental as well as physical restlessness. Arsenic includes only mental restlessness, and rust ox includes only physical restlessness. Restlessness means cannot stay at one place, either mentally or physically. Next keynote is hypersensitivity. As already told you, it acts on nerves. It causes hypersensitivity. It may be to pain, touch, sound, or smell. Pains are intolerable. That drives them crazy. Patient screams with pains, and pains are always attended with restlessness and numbness. The pains are worse, means aggravated at night. When touch, they cannot bear to be touched or to be covered. Sound, sensitive to least noise. Even sometimes music is intolerable. The music makes them sad and it goes through every nerve. So see the intensity, how it is told. There is a sensitivity for least noise. Even music is intolerable. Music makes them sad. It goes through every nerve. Smell, there is a hypersensitivity to smell, especially for unpleasant odor. Especially unpleasant and odor smell. Like restlessness, there is also cry of pain. That is Nash. Dr. Nash has given cry of pain. In that, 3 remedies are aconite, chamomilla, coffea. It can be asked for 2 marks. These trios can be asked for 2 marks. At that time, you only cannot mention only names. You should explain it. That is how pain of aconite is, how pain of chamomilla or coffea. So you should explain it. So trio of pain includes aconite, chamomilla and coffea. So in aconite, there is an intolerable pain with anxiety and mainly restlessness and fear of death. So this is characteristic of pain of aconite. That is, pain is associated with anxiety and fear of death and restlessness. It is mental as well as physical restlessness. In chamomilla, pains are very unendurable with heat. So it is main important. So pains are with heat and thirst. Fainting with numbness of the affected part. And it is aggravated by heat in the evening and before midnight. Aconite pains are aggravated in the night, and it is aggravated in the evening and before midnight. In coffea, there is an intense pain with tossing about in anguish with unusual activity of mind. So it is trio of pain. So next keynote is burning. Burning runs all through the remedy. Burning it in fever, burning in head, as if there were burning water in the brain. Burning in spine, burning during micturition with scanty urination. Scanty means less. Also having burning thirst. So burning is also important keynote of aconite. Next keynote is numbness and tingling. As it affects central nervous system and in central nervous system, it mainly acts on nerves, and on nerves it acts by paralyzing the nerves, which leads to numbness and tingling. And the pain, it is associated with numbness and tingling. Also, paralysis is accompanied by coldness with numbness and tingling. Neuralgia, especially of left side. So, aconite is the left-sided remedy. Next keynote is unquenchable burning thirst. The meaning of unquenchable means unsatisfactory. Means he drinks water but he is not satisfied. So unquenchable burning thirst for large quantities of cold water. So how is thirst of aconite? It is unquenchable burning thirst. Burning means, here burning means की खूप आग लागल्यासारखी तहान लागते असं म्हणायचे त्यांना, की जर आग लागली तर तिथे किती पाण्याची गरज पडेल, तर तशी तहान लागते. म्हणून अनक्विंचेबल बर्निंग थर्स्ट फॉर large quantity of cold water. It is compared with arsenic and bryonia. Arsenic has thirst for small quantity of cold water at short interval. Means they take sips of water. जे आता पितील परत 10-15 मिनिटांनी परत पाणी पितील एक घोट असं. Thirst for small quantity of water at small interval. And in bryonia, thirst for large quantity of cold water at long interval. म्हणजे 12 वाजता पाणी पितील डायरेक्ट 6 वाजता पाणी पितील large interval, and it is large quantity. So thirst is compared with arsenic and bryonia. Next keynote is skin is very dry and hot. During fever, face is red or pale and red alternatingly, and sweating is only on uncovered parts. Means the limbs which are not covered or face, that is sweating on uncovered parts. And it is compared with belladonna. Belladonna has sweating on covered parts. Next keynote is hemorrhage. There is a profuse bright red hemorrhage from nose, lungs and stomach. Also bleeding piles with heat and sharp stitching pain. Sudden severe pain in stomach with gagging, retching and vomiting of blood. And last one is modalities. So these terms are new for you. That is aggravation and amelioration. The meaning of aggravation is the symptoms which are increased by some factors. And amelioration means by which patient feels better, relief. So these are signs of aggravation and amelioration. Aggravation, so in aconite patient, aggravation is in the evening, in night. Aggravation in warm room, they are aggravated by lying on affected side. Means if they are having pain on left side and they lie on left side, they have the pain is increased more. Also aggravation from music, tobacco smoke, aggravation when rising from bed, and aggravation by dry cold air. And they are better in open air and by perspiration. Then mind symptoms, we already seen but we'll revise in short. The main feeling of aconite is sudden intense threat. Means fear, threat, भीती वाटते त्यांना. Sudden intense threat from outside that comes suddenly and goes suddenly. Means जेवढ्या फास्ट ते fear येतं तेवढ्याच फास्ट ते जातं सुद्धा. As it is acute sudden remedy. The threat comes suddenly and goes suddenly. Here we can compare other remedies that having space slow. For example, Baraita cough. In Baraita cough, there is any complaint which starts slowly, gradually progresses and ends slowly. So here suddenly, and other remedies are slowly or gradual progress. So here progress of symptoms is sudden. And for that moment, the person who is otherwise calm becomes intensely restless, panic and nervous. The feeling of sudden threat is seen in the fear of walking across a busy street, fear of accident, fear of suffocation, fear in presentiment of death, and in the delusion that he is about to die. So mentally, this is expressed as fear of death, anxiety and restlessness. The things that if the doctor is not called, he will die. He predicts the time and day of his death. And in physical sphere, we find racing pulse, that is tachycardia, palpitations and flushing of face, which alternates with paleness. Also there is anxiety with nervousness. Also anxiety from company, pain, fear during fever and at night. Aversion to company, to meet people, which leads to indifference. Restlessness, they cannot stay at one place. The patient moves about one place to other. We already seen music makes them sad. Then particulars. In particulars means we go system by system or by organ to organ. So first we will see head complaints. In headache, there is a heavy, hot bursting type of pain, also having burning in the head, undulating sensation in the head, as of hot band around the head. गरम बँड बांधलाय डोक्याभोवती असं वाटतं त्यांना. And boiling heat in the brain. It is only the words are used for intensity of pain. That is, pain is like that is boiling heat is present in the brain. Also sensation of violent squeezing or bursting in the forehead or eyes. फुटल्यासारखं वाटतं त्यांना किंवा स्क्वीज केल्यासारखं वाटतं. Headache with increased secretion of urine. Also there is a vertigo which aggravated on rising or any other motion of head or the body. Crackling sensation in the head and pulsation in the forehead. And eyes are red, inflamed, feel dry and hot as if sand in them. वालचा कण असल्यासारखे डोळ्यामध्ये दुखतं. Lids are swollen, hard and red. They have aversion to light, mainly aggravated by sunlight. Profuse watering after exposure to dry cold winds. Ear complaints, very sensitive to noise, music is unbearable, external ears are hot, red, painful and swollen. Earache, which is compared with chamomilla, there is a sensation as of drop of water in the left ear. म्हणजे पाणी आहे असं वाटतं त्यांना कानामध्ये, मेनली डाव्या कानामध्ये. So sensation of drop of water in the left ear. Nose complaints, smells acutely sensitive, pain at the root of the nose, coryza with much sneezing, throbbing in the nostrils, hemorrhage of bright red blood means epistaxis, and here mucous membrane is dry, nose stopped up, dry or with scanty watery coryza. Next is respiration. There is a constant pressure in the left chest. Already told you, it is used remedy, very best used remedy for asthma or pneumonia. So constant pressure in the left chest, oppressed breathing on least motion. हे थोडं जरी हल्लं तरी त्यांना श्वास घ्यायला त्रास होतो. And mainly aggravated during inspiration. श्वास घेताना त्रास होतो. सोडताना they feels better. So better on expiration and also better when lying on back. Hoarse, dry, croupy cough, which is loud and having labored breathing. Child grasps at the throat every time he coughs. There is a shortness of breath. Larynx are also sensitive, which causes hoarseness of voice. Stitches through the chest. टोचल्यासारखं दुखतं. Cough is dry, short, hacking, which is aggravated at the night and after midnight. Also indicated in pneumonia and pleurisy. Used in hemoptysis, means bleeding in cough. Mouth complaints, throbbing in the teeth with head, grinding of the teeth, gums are hot and inflamed, tongue feels as if swollen, and tongue is white coated. Everything tastes bitter except water. Trembling and temporary stammering. It is very temporary, mainly due to fear or anxiety. Continue chewing motion of lower jaw. Also associated with intense burning thirst. There is a craving for beer, acids, bitter drinks, but it aggravates. So desire for beer, acids, and bitter drinks. Thirst is aggravated after iced drinks. They are hungry, aggravated by milk. There is a vomiting after taking milk. The vomiting is violent, bilious, or bloody. There is also sensation of pressure in the stomach with dyspnea. Dyspnea means difficulty in breathing. Nausea and sweating before and after stool. Abdomen complaints. Abdomen is very sensitive to touch. Colic. No position relieves. Abdomen is distended. There is a hot feeling in the abdomen. Jaundice of newborn. So it is indicated in the newborn jaundice. It may be infective jaundice or physiological jaundice. Also indicated in incarcerated hernia. There is a stools which are of pure blood, or stool is like slimy grass green or white colored, which is aggravated in hot days and cold nights. Then fever. Fever usually starts with chills. There is a icy coldness of face, म्हणजे बर्फासारखा थंड होतो चेहरा. Icy coldness of face, which is followed by heat and high temperature. In the fever stage, the skin is very dry, and that fever is associated with unquenchable thirst for large quantity of water, mainly cold water. The pulse is hard, full, and quick pulse, and fever is associated with restlessness, anxiety, fear of death, and then after heat stage there is a profuse sweating, and that sweating ameliorates the patient, means due to sweating they feels better. The fever is mainly after exposure to dry cold wind, any fear or fright, shock, exposure to extreme sunlight. So positive factor for fear are after exposure to dry cold wind, fear and fright, shock, and exposure to extreme sunlight. Face is red. Face becomes pale when rising up in the bed. Usually face is very red, but it becomes pale when they rise from bed. It's mainly aggravated in the evening, night, by music, fear, and by cold air. They feel better in open air and after perspiration. Then heart complaints, already told you that mainly indicated in myocardial infarction. So useful in tachycardia, affection of heart with pain of left shoulder, palpitation with anxiety, fainting and tingling. With that heart complaints, pulse is full, hard and bounding. Female complaints, amenorrhea in young plethoric girls, suppression of menses from fright or cold, active uterine hemorrhages, fear of death during pregnancy, and indicated for threatened abortion, which is from fright or due to anger. Then relationship of remedies, means how it is related to other remedies. Mainly sulfur follows the aconite, means once we give aconite, but its action is not completed, we can give sulfur, which follow its action. Usually, we called sulfur as a chronic of aconite. Means suppose patient is having complaints of migraine. So in acute attack of migraine, that is intense headache, we can give aconite. But for chronic migraine, we can give sulfur. So sulfur is chronic of aconite. Also, it is compared to chamomilla and coffea in pain and sleeplessness. It is complementary to coffea and sulfur. Complementary means which completes the action of previous remedy. Then it is also compared with belladonna, chamomilla, coffea, parum, phosphorus. So here we completed the remedy aconite. Then how to write drug picture. तुम्हाला 20 marks ला क्वेश्चन असतो ड्रग पिक्चर ऑफ अकोनाइट. So points for drug picture. First, you have to write full name of the drug, means aconite napellus. Don't write only aconite. Full name aconite napellus. Then what is its common name? Means in aconite there is a monk's hood. Family. Family of aconite is Ranunculaceae. Brewer. Brewer is Dr. Hahnemann. Introduction. Introduction should include general habitat of the drug, which part is used for preparation of drug, if any doctrine of signature is present, or any specific history of its proving. For example, in Euphrasia, the flower look like eyes, so it is used in eye complaints. So it is doctrine of signature. So you should mention it in introduction. Or any specific history of its proving means for Cinchona bark, we know सिंकोना बाग मध्ये आपल्याला पूर्ण होमिओपॅथीची हिस्ट्री भेटते. स्टार्ट्स विथ सिंकोना बाग. प्रूव्हिंग ऑफ सिंकोना बाग स्टार्टेड इनिशियली बाय डॉक्टर हॅनेमॅन. म्हणजे त्यांनी स्वतःनेच घेतलं होतं सिंकोना बाग. सो यू शुड राईट दॅट हिस्ट्री इन इंट्रोडक्शन. अँड ऑल्सो फॉर एक्झाम्पल इन लॅकेसिस you should write that Dr. Herring, he himself taken lackesis for proving. So any specific history related to that drug, you should write it in introduction. Then sphere of action means which organs are affected by that drug with clinical diseases. You should write pathophysiology of drug, how it acts, means it causes inflammation, congestion or ulceration, like that. Then constitution of the drug, how patient looks. Then temperament, diathesis, thermal. काय झालं प्रांजली, मेसेज कर मला. Temperament means there are different types of temperament. For example, sanguine temperament. Sanguine temperament means that patients are very happy, jolly. Then nervous temperament means patient is very nervous, introvert, very sad. Also bilious temperament means mainly indicated in jaundice. Then there is a diathesis. There are also different types of diathesis. For example, scrofulous diathesis, rheumatoid diathesis, different types of diathesis. Then thermal. Thermally patient is hot or chilly or ambithermal. So you should mention it. Then miasm. It may be psora, psychosis or syphilis or all of three. After miasm, you should start with keynotes or physical symptoms of patient. All that drugs. Then elements from or causation, causative factors. And then mind, mental symptoms. Then particulars. In particulars, you have to write from head to toe symptoms. Means head, respiratory system, gastric system, all females. Then modalities, its aggravation emulating factors, relationship, how it is related to other drugs. So for drug picture, you have to write all these points for 20 marks. So in short, we'll again revise aconite. Full name is Aconite napellus. Common name is monkshood. Family is Ranunculaceae. It mainly grows in mountain districts. Its mother tincture is prepared from entire plant except roots, and it is collected during flowering season. It is proved by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. In its history and introduction, we have seen that aconite is very poisonous drugs. It is toxic herb. In Chinese medicine, it is used as a stimulant for spleen and kidneys, used for treatment of malaise, general weakness, for poor circulation, and also in cancer and heart. The name is derived from the word acontion, means dart or arrows that were frequently dipped into aconite poison. So it is named after that acontion. And the napellus, the word nap means it is little turnip, कंदमूळ सारखं दिसतं, म्हणून त्याचं सायंटिफिक नेम आहे अकोनाइट नेपालस. So it is one of the Clark's ABC nurseries. Others are belladonna and chamomilla. Its sphere of action is mainly on heart, which stimulates inhibitor center of vagus, and that vagus becomes exhausted and paralyzed, which leads to reduced heart rate, and it lessens the blood pressure. In circulation, it acts on mainly vasomotor system, causes vasomotor paralysis leading to arteriolar dilatation, which leads to tachycardia, palpitation, cardiac arrest. Like that, it acts on central nervous system, also on hypothalamus, means mainly on temperature regulation system, acts on mucous membranes. In mucous membrane, it causes inflammation. Acts on serous membrane, respiratory system, stomach, tendons and fibrous tissue, muscular system. In constitution of aconite, they are strong, robust people with rigid fibers, dark hairs and eyes, young persons, especially girls of full plethoric habits. Mentally, they are nervous, fearful, and having sanguine temperament. Thermally, they are warm-blooded. Diathesis is scrofulous diathesis and sora miasm. Positive factor, exposure to dry cold wind, exposure to draft of cold air while in perspiration, bad effects of chest perspiration from fear or excitement. Effects of fear, they are either immediate or remote. Then aggravation from heat of sun, also from injury or surgical operations. Keynotes, sudden and violent remedy, mainly used in congestive stage of inflammation. Tension, fear, in fear mainly fear of death, in which they predict day and hour of his death. Then we have seen trio of fear of death, they are aconite, arsenic and rust ox. Right, restlessness, we have seen trio of restlessness, aconite, arsenic alum and rust ox. Then we have seen they are very hypersensitivity, pain, touch, sound and smell. In trio of pain, it includes aconite, chamomilla and coffea. Then burning is the keynote, burning everywhere in the body. Numbness and tingling, as it causes paralysis of nerves. The pain is associated with numbness and tingling. Then thirst is very unquenchable, burning thirst for large quantity of cold water. Skin is dry and hot. Also hemorrhages which are profuse and bright red. Modalities, aggravation in the evening, night, warm room, lying on affected side, from music, tobacco smoke, and when rising from bed, dry cold air. and emulation in the open air and by perspiration. So in mind, mainly fear, anxiety, which is sudden and intense. Aversion to company, restlessness. In particulars, we have seen system-wise or organ-wise complaints. In the relationship, mainly it related with sulfur. Sulfur is chronic of aconite.